Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited about today's video because I went to Walmart recently, and you guys know every single time I go to Walmart, I scour the drugstore makeup aisles and I try to see if there's anything new. Recently, there haven't been too many new items, but the last time I went, I found tons of new things. So I bought everything that I saw that intrigued me and that was new for me, and we're gonna be trying out those products today. I'm also really excited to tell you guys that I'm working with ShopTagger on this video. ShopTagger is my favorite app for shopping. I've worked with them in the past. I continue to work with them because literally I have not stopped using that app for the past 2 years. How it works is you download the app, and as you're online shopping, if you come across an item that you're really interested in, you can go ahead and click on the Shop Tagger button, and it's going to pull up a drop down bar for you to select the size you want to save if there's a size, and also what price change you want it to notify you if the price drops at all. Then you save it to your Shop Tagger account. You can organize it in there. You can create wish lists. You can separate it into categories. I personally separate it into categories, so I have clothes, home decor, I have skincare, makeup, books, etc. You can really make whatever categories you'd like. And then if the item that you saved goes on sale, it will notify you. I absolutely love ShopTagger, you guys. I've seriously saved so much time and money using this app. It is my favorite. I tell all of my friends and family about it. So of course I'm going to tell you guys about it. If you have not tried this out, download the app in the description. I will have a link for you guys. It is truly my favorite app, and it's also completely free. All right, let's get into the tutorial. I have so many things that I'm so excited to try. There were a few things from Flower Beauty that I had never tried before. They came out with a brush set. I only bought 2 of the brushes. They had way more, but I wanted to see the quality of the 2 that I was most interested in first. Flower Beauty also has a new sponge. I'm the most excited to try their bronzer. They also had a mascara. I picked up a few things from Milani and Revlon as well. Those were the brands that kind of had the most new items. So let's go ahead and put the hair behind the shoulders. Okay, so I don't have a new foundation or primer today, so I'm just gonna use some of my favorites that I have missed. Here we go. I'm gonna start with the NYX Angel Veil Primer. I love this so much. It makes every foundation look better in my opinion. All right, I'm just gonna take a little bit of that primer and go ahead and apply it to the center of the face. That's where I want the most smoothness, I guess. Once I feel like it's pretty blended out in the center of the face, I will take the extra and move it all over the cheeks and the rest of the forehead. I haven't used this in a long time. This is the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. I love this. It is so beautiful. I saw it in my foundation drawer and I just really wanted to use it today. So I'm gonna do some drops. Okay, and I'm gonna take a brush and blend this out all over the skin. This one is the Morphe M439. Some of you may be wondering why I'm wearing a turtleneck right now. I know that it's technically spring. Listen, it is still freezing where I live. So if you see me do like spring makeup looks and I'm wearing sweaters still, that is why. So I like to buff out most of the foundation with the brush, and then I'm gonna take what's left on the brush and kind of apply it to this Flower Beauty sponge. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this all over the skin. This sponge is meant to help with more precise makeup application. So this edge, I'm assuming, is supposed to help you kind of get underneath the eyes, maybe around the nose. I really like the original Flower Beauty sponge, which is why I ended up picking this one up. So far, so good. I am the most interested to see how it applies concealer, which leads me to my next product that I picked up. These are new from Milani. It's the Conceal and Perfect concealers. They're not brand new. I feel like they've been around for a couple months, but I hadn't seen them at my Walmart until last time I went. So I'm gonna be taking the shade Nude Ivory, and I'm gonna start with about that much underneath the eyes. And I'm going to blend it out with a sponge. I flipped it over to the other side. This side has a more blunt edge, and this one is like a normal beauty blender. And I'm just using that sponge to blend out the concealer. I'm gonna take what's left of the concealer and just apply that to the eyelids. And then I also picked up the shade Light Vanilla, and I'm gonna use this to conceal any blemishes. I have quite a bit of texture on my forehead, which I usually don't, but happens to the best of us. All right, let's take a look at the concealer. I actually feel like it looks really nice underneath the eyes. It might be clinging to the dry patches around the blemishes though. I definitely like how it looks under the eyes more than I do on the blemishes. Let's move on to setting the face. I actually went and picked up a Wet n Wild translucent powder. They had 3 shades. I just picked up the shade translucent. I'm gonna get some of this into the cap. And let's try this with the Flower Beauty powder setting brush. Ooh, oh my gosh, those feel really, really nice. Here's the packaging. I think it's a really beautiful, fluffy powder brush. I'm excited about this. Okay, I'm gonna dip this powder brush into the powder. And let's go ahead and set the face with this. I'm not noticing any scents with this powder, which is a good thing. I don't usually love it when there's a fragrance in a setting powder. I feel like this powder is extremely finely milled and it actually looks really nice on the skin. I still am seeing a little bit of my texture on my forehead being emphasized. I don't know if that's the concealer or if it's the powder, or maybe it's honestly just my skin, since I am experiencing some breakouts there right now. But right now, everything seems to look pretty good. I think I'm the most excited about this product. This is the Flower Beauty Heatwave Luminous Bronzer. I actually did pick up both shades. There are only 2 shades in this, Sunrise and Sunswept. At least there were only 2 shades at my Walmart. So this is a light bronzer. This is a more medium bronzer. We are going to start with the light one just to see. I'm not sure if I'm going to apply the medium one. It just depends on how this looks. So I'm going to take my bronzer brush. It's a really pretty like baked formula. I am so excited about this. I hope it looks pretty. Okay, we're gonna start to apply this onto the skin. Okay, I feel like in the pan, it looks a lot more cool toned, but as I'm applying it to the skin, it's actually warming it up a little bit more than I was thinking it would, which is a good thing. Ooh, it seems to be applying really nicely so far. I'm kind of curious to see what they look like side by side. So I'm gonna swatch them on my hand so that you guys can get an idea. And when I swatch them, you can definitely see the luminosity. Whoa, interesting. Okay, so here is the light one right here. Definitely more of a neutral undertone. The medium has way more of a golden undertone, but it doesn't seem much darker than the light one. I might try to add a tiny bit of this medium shade. I don't know. Let's just apply it onto the forehead and see what happens. You know, good thing we're wearing a turtleneck because we can bronze up the skin and nobody knows how pale I am underneath. Okay, I just added a little bit of that golden shade. Ooh, I feel like the combo of the two is really, really pretty. Those are both really interesting shades for bronzers in my opinion. I've never seen anything like that at the drugstore, which is actually exciting. I'm not sure how well you can see it on camera, but I do see a slight luminosity to the skin. It's not glittery by any means, but I really like how this looks. I am excited about these. Okay, this is where things could either go extremely well or could completely flop. I saw this Revlon Photo Ready Cheek Flushing Tint. This is the shade that I picked up. There were a few shades. This is the lightest one. And I picked up the Flower Beauty Blush Brush. I was really interested in this brush because of the shape. Let me show you. Look at that. I feel like it's so beautiful. It says it's a blush brush, which yes, I feel like that would be perfect for blush. But also, if you wanted, you could really use it for highlighter. You could use it to set the under eye area. So I was excited about this brush. It's really, really cute. Okay, let's see how this goes. Here is the applicator. It looks really, really bright in the actual tube. I've watched people use cheek tints on Instagram and they put it directly onto the brush versus putting the tint directly onto the face. So that's what I just did. Oh my gosh, wish me luck. Oh my word. Okay, I'm just going to start to brush this on. Okay. Let's see how it goes. I'm just trying to do what they do on Instagram and layer that up on the cheeks. I think it worked. I'm gonna add a little bit more to the brush and apply it to the other side of my face. I'm gonna go in with the sponge that we used earlier and I'm just gonna press over that a little bit. I feel like the stain is really pretty, but I'm not sure if it meshed well with the products underneath. This may be a formula that works best on top of just like the creamy foundation alone without it being set with powder. It created a very bright cheek though. I'm not 100% sure on how I feel about it yet. Let's continue with the face and then maybe we'll see how it looks all together. I was also very intrigued by this Revlon product. This is the Revlon Photo Ready Glow Jelly. And this is in the shade 005 Good as Gold. It is so interesting. Look at this. It's literally like a jelly. I don't know if you can see that, but it bounces right back. It's more liquidy than like, say the Colourpop Jelly Much eyeshadows. It's like more liquidy than that. Since it does have a little bit of a pink tint to it, I'm actually gonna take that same brush and just lightly tap into the product. Oh dear, that was too much. I'm trying to just press it out with my finger really quick. But what I was trying to do was create more of like a blush topper. Once it's applied, it definitely has more of a golden undertone. I'm not sure what the best way to apply this is. I'm gonna try to just apply it like a little bit at a time using my finger. I don't know. There's no like instructions. Maybe it would work best with a sponge? I don't really know. Oh dear. See, it looks really pretty on the hand. It's a nice gold, but I can't figure out how to make it look amazing on the cheeks. It just kind of seems like it applied patchy using a brush. Maybe I should have just used a sponge. I don't know. All right, I'm taking the Flower Beauty powder brush and I'm just kind of pressing, not buffing or wiping, but I'm just pressing down all of those products onto the cheeks just to kind of like attempt to blend them into my skin a little better. I mean, okay. I actually also picked up a highlighter, a liquid highlight. Also from Revlon. This is the Revlon Color Stay Endless Glow Liquid Highlighter in the shade Citrine. Look at this. I'm excited about this. I'm hoping that it's pretty. I'm going to attempt to apply it like I do the Glossier highlighter. So I'm just dotting a little bit on my face and I'm going to try to blend this out. Oh no. Oh whoa. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, okay. I don't know about this, you guys. Oh no. See, the thing is, I feel like this is another one of those products that when you swatch it, you have high hopes and then try to apply it and it's just not good. I'm taking my powder brush again and trying to just buff over that. But you can still see exactly where I applied it. Not sure about that. On the other side of my face, I'm gonna try another liquid highlighter. Let's hope that this one performs a little better. This one is from Milani. It's the Afterglow Strobe Light Liquid Highlighter. And I picked mine up in the shade 01 Afterglow. This has a little bit more of a pinky champagne tone to it. So we're gonna see how this works. I'm gonna warm it up on the back of my hand and I'm just gonna go ahead and start to apply that to the cheeks with my fingers. And then I'm going to go over it with the sponge just to blend in any of those edges. I'm going to take that same Milani liquid highlighter and I'm going to apply it down the center of the nose. And I also applied it to the Cupid's bow. Okay, right now I'm a little confused because, to be honest, I feel like this golden glow is really, really pretty. And it's rare that I find a golden highlighter that works on my fair skin tone. I guess you can kind of see it when I turn my head that way, but not really. But I felt like it was hard to blend out. It could completely be my fault. Maybe I just need to use a sponge next time. This one I felt like blended out nicely, but the undertone of it is a little bit more frosty. So I like the color of this, but I feel like this one was a little bit easier to work with. Both are pretty. I'm just kind of confused, to be honest. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Okay, I'm gonna wipe off the excess foundation that we got on the lips. And I was walking by the Almay display and I saw this lipstick. They had several different kinds. I picked up the most nude color. It's called Worry Less. This is the Lip Vibes lipsticks. And I'm just going to apply this before I do my eyes so that I can kind of see what it looks like. And then we can choose an eye look. That's a kind of pretty lip color. A little bit of a dusty mauve. I actually think I'm going to use the bronzer as eyeshadow. You guys know that's one of my favorite tricks. I'm gonna go ahead and go into the lighter shade. And let's see how this performs as a crease color. I'm just gonna go back and forth through the crease, making sure to kind of blend it out toward the end of the brow. And then I'm just taking a little bit and pinching the brush and running it along the lower lash line. Okay, this was not at Walmart, but this is something that I recently picked up in my Colourpop haul. And I thought that this would be a good video to use it in since I didn't pick up a new eyeshadow from Walmart. This is the Colourpop Jelly Much eyeshadow. This is a shade from their spring collection. It's called Big Ego. I've actually never used this formula before, so I'm excited. I'm a little nervous, but I'm also excited. So I'm just gonna take a little bit on my fingers and I'm going to press this onto the eyelid. Oh my goodness. Ooh, and it matches the lip color nicely. Oh my gosh. That's going on so easily. What? Wow. I really like this, you guys. I don't know why I had never picked these up before. A little bit goes a very, very long way. So these are gonna last a long time. Oh, look at that. Is it picking up on camera the way it is in person? It's literally like a mermaid in an eyeshadow, AKA a dream come true. That is seriously incredible. I really matched this nicely. I didn't even plan on that. I'm wondering if I should play with this as well. I picked this up. It's not a new product from Colourpop, but it's new to me. It's one of their Super Shock shadows in the shade Frog. I feel like it would kind of go. Maybe it's really similar. I think I want to put some of this kind of more toward the inner corner. You can't really tell on camera, but it definitely does have a little bit more of a silvery undertone where the Jelly Much shadow had a tad bit more of a green shift. I think that's really pretty. Ooh, what if we use it like as the inner corner highlight? Is Is that overboard? Possibly, but I'm doing it anyway. Well, I'm really happy that I bought both of those because I love how they look. I'm gonna take a little bit of the deeper bronzer from Flower Beauty and just add a little bit of that to the very outer corner of the eye. And also I'm gonna deepen up that lower lash line just a little bit using this. Okay, I saw this new mascara from Flower Beauty. It is the Warrior Princess Mascara. It's supposed to be pretty voluminizing. Here's the bottle. It's a pretty pink bottle. And let's see what the wand looks like. Whoa. Okay, so that's what it looks like. I usually do like wands like this. Typically, it means that it's gonna give quite a bit of volume. Let's give it a go. So it seems to be going on pretty smoothly. The applicator is a little bit scratchy if I'm not careful, and if I get it too close to the root, I can kind of feel it. It's nothing crazy, but just something I wanted to point out. I'm not really sure why, but it's clumping up like crazy on this eye. Do you see that? I don't know why, because this eye seemed to be really, really nice. What? I do not know what's going on. Oh, I've never had that before. I'm trying to like comb it out. I think I got most of the big clumps out. So it's such a unique formula. I mean, yes, it lengthened my lashes. I would have liked a little bit more volume. It's supposed to create fanned out volume? Okay. Yeah, I do feel like my lashes feel more wispy, I guess. All right, let's assess the situation. Now that we have everything on the face, of course I want more bronzer. So I'm gonna add more. I'm gonna add a teensy bit more of the warmer shade. I actually have really enjoyed mixing both shades. I don't know if you would need both shades, but I'm just noticing I like how they look mixed. Okay, I actually also picked up a new setting spray from Milani. This is the Make It Last setting spray, but this is the matte charcoal version. It has charcoal in it. So I thought that was interesting. I wanted to try it. Let's give the face a spritz. The mister thing is really nice. Just gonna fan everything off and press it into the skin. It's definitely a mattifying spray. I can feel my face like really locking in, which could be a really good thing. I'm just gonna brush through my brows. I just used the Benefit brow pencil. And then to set the brows, I'm going to be using the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. So I guess out of everything, the brows are not affordable. I'm noticing that the lip color feels really comfortable. I might just add a tad bit more. I like this shade, it's not too much. All right, so that completes this makeup look. I actually love how this whole thing looks together. I love the eye look paired with the lip color, and I actually do really like the cheeks. I really want to figure out a way to make that Revlon Endless Glow highlighter work. I feel like if I can figure out how to apply it, it could be a new favorite. This side is really pretty as well. I don't know if I'm as obsessed with the color. It looks nice, but I really love how gold this is, but it's not too dark. Usually gold highlighters are way too dark, so I'm so excited about that. I, so far, absolutely love the new Flower Beauty bronzers. You guys know how obsessed I am with bronzers anyway. I think they made such a beautiful product with this. I love how there's a little bit of a sheen to it. Both shades are super flattering on me. I really liked mixing them. With that being said, I don't feel like you need both. You could definitely just pick up whichever one you would prefer. This one is a little bit more cool toned, a little bit, and this one is a little bit more of a true golden bronze. I'm so excited about that. This Glow Jelly is such an interesting product. Again, I don't know if I'm obsessed with it yet. It's a very weird formula. It might take me a couple times to figure out. I thought it was pretty on the skin, but I wasn't wowed. I was more just kind of like confused by it today. But with that being said, I like the way the complexion looks, so it did contribute to something. I'm on the fence about it. I'm not gonna recommend it to you guys right now, but I'm definitely gonna try it again and try to figure out if it will work over more of just a cream base. I think that's where I went wrong with those products because I set the face. I don't know, I've just been kind of used to still being able to set the face, and I've been able to apply certain cream products over top of powder and it doesn't do anything. So I was just kind of in that same habit where these might work best over just cream products. So I'm gonna have to give them another go. Same goes for this cheek stain. I love the color that it gave. It's a little bit more of a soft pop of color on the cheeks once everything was said and done. I'm interested to see how long lasting this is, and they did have a ton of shades. I've been wanting to kind of play around with cheek stains, and I'm happy I picked this up because it's from the drugstore, so it's a way for me to get familiar with a product, and I'm not like bummed if I don't like the idea because I didn't have to spend a ton of money to get the cheek stain effect. I'm gonna have to give all of these Revlon products another go, so we're gonna put them on pause. The Flower Beauty brushes were really, really nice. I don't have any complaints about them. They do feel a little bit light to me versus even the BH Cosmetics brush or this Morphe brush. I like a little bit of weight to it. It helps it feel a little more luxurious, but they're really pretty. They performed really nicely, so I don't have any complaints. And sometimes it's nice to know that there are some good quality brushes at Walmart. If you typically shop at Walmart for your drugstore makeup, this could be super convenient convenient for you. I felt like they were a little bit on the pricier end, but then after I used them, I feel like they are priced really nicely. I think they were around $10 to $12. I bet this one was around $10, this one was more around $12. But I like them and I do think I'll continue to use them, so I'm just gonna put them right here. So far, I really like how the Milani concealers look underneath the eyes especially. Again, I feel like it may have emphasized some dryness around the blemishes that I tried to conceal, but I definitely will be using this again underneath the eyes. I'm excited about that. This liquid highlighter I feel like is really pretty, but to be honest, I want to try to make this one work. I like this one a lot more as far as color goes, and it just seems to be a little different than what I already own. This one also seems to emphasize more texture, where this one seems to glide over my skin a little nicer, so fingers crossed I can get this to work because I really like how it looks. The Wet n Wild powder, so far so good. Up close, it looks really good on the skin. Like, it looks really good. I will keep you guys posted on how all these things wear throughout the day. I'll leave notes in the description bar for you guys. The Warrior Princess mascara from Flower Beauty, I feel like, yes, my eyelashes look nice. They're a little bit more wispy. Definitely gives a little bit more of a different style to the lash. But I did find it kind of weird that this eye applied nicely and this eye was super clumpy. I feel like I fixed it as best as I could, but that was just something that was kind of strange that I noticed. I don't know if it's my favorite mascara that I've ever tried. There are so many good ones at the drugstore that it's really hard for me to fall in love with a mascara that is just kind of okay in comparison. This sponge was really unique. I felt like the shape of it is really interesting, and I liked the flat side. I'm not sure if it's a need. I almost feel like the original Flower Beauty sponge does the same thing, but I am glad I tried it out. I don't think it was revolutionary. If you're interested in a more precise sponge, then yes, I would recommend it because it did work. But if you don't really want to spend the extra money and you like the current sponge you're using, don't worry about it, you know? It's kind of one of those products. The Milani Make It Last Charcoal Setting Spray, I seriously felt it dry down. I'm so interested to see how matte my skin looks throughout the day. It says it's supposed to have 16-hour wear, so we will see. I really like the mist on this. I thought it was really nice. And last but not least, the lipstick. Where did I put it? Okay, this Almay lipstick. I actually love the color. The formula is super comfortable. The lipstick dried down a little bit, but it's nothing uncomfortable. I really love the color of this, you guys. And I love how it matched with the Colourpop products I used today. I know these are not from Walmart, but let me tell you, I would highly recommend so far. I love how that Jelly Much eyeshadow applied. All right, you guys, that completes this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know what products intrigued you most that I tried out today. Leave that in the comments down below. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll be notified every single time I post a video. Thanks again to Shop Tagger for working with me on this video. I love the app so much. Again, it will be linked down below. It's completely free. Download it. It will save you so much money. I promise you will love it. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.